Liam Delap will be a Chelsea player. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Chelsea and Liam Delap they have agreed personal terms, and his sign-on fee is just £30 million. And Chelsea have agreed with Liam Delap in everything. So they will just book um, his medical. That is what we're waiting for, the medical. So after the medical, he'll be unveiled as a Chelsea number 9. Liam Delap, the person that really pushed for the signing of this striker is Enzo Maresca, the Chelsea coach. Enzo Maresca feels like he is the perfect fit for this Chelsea project. Well, no complaints. He's the Chelsea coach with the way the season ended, him meeting all the objectives that Chelsea needed of qualify for Champions League, at least win a trophy. He did all this, so he ticked all the whole box that he needed for the season. So it's a successful season for Enzo Maresca. So Chelsea compensating him with the striker that he need, no problem. This is solely his signing. And also, I heard that ex Manchester City players like Tosin, Kopama, all of them, with also Joe Sheed. Joe Sheed also worked with him in Advanced City in the past. Joe Sheed is one of the board members. I'm forgetting what his duties at Chelsea. But I've forgotten. So, with all these things, these are the people that push the button that make Leon Delap to agree the deal to come to Chelsea. So he will be a Chelsea player. He will be unveiled very soon after the medicals. Also Egbali, the one of the Blue Co, the clearly capital Egbali, he also met with the agent of this Liam Delap in Dubai. So Chelsea have been working to sign this striker since in January, and he was touted to be the striker that Chelsea will sign in the summer, and the summer is here upon us, and finally Chelsea have gotten their striker. Do I really like the signing of Liam Delap? In a way, yes, he's a cheap striker. But as for me, he will not really be the kind of striker that I want. Not that he's not a good striker. No, no, that's not my problem. I think at this moment, with Chelsea qualifying for the Champions League, with the way the season went, had it been we have an established striker. As for me, Liam Delap is not an established striker. Just one season in the Premier League, 12 goals he scored for a relegated team. You need to understand this Liam Delap is a player that is playing for a team that when he plays for the team, the opponents that he meets are those opponents that will have a high line. They will push him forward. So this enable him or give him the time or the space for him to make those runs, be aggressive on those on the centre backs. But whereas signing as a Chelsea player, you will not really have that kind of space when you are playing against other teams, because you'll be playing against lower oppositions who all of them they will just sit back. So you will not get that room to run behind defenders. So I don't know how it's going to be. Since this is the signing that Enzo Maresca wants, good one, give him what he wants. No complaints. If he fails to deliver for Chelsea, well, he's on the coach. And as for me, it feels a little bit insulting for a player of Liam Delap caliber to be waiting for Chelsea to qualify for Champions League. Remember, he was hoping that had it been Manchester United won the Europa League, Chelsea, he will not even consider Chelsea. Imagine, as for me, it's an insult for a player of 22 years old, only one season in the Premier League, 12 goals, and he's feeling as if, well, let's just keep our fingers crossed and see if he will deliver. Because I feel a little bit insulted. So Chelsea, they are considering internally if they will add another number 9 after completing the signing of Liam Delap. They are just considering if they will add another number 9. Remember Hugo Ekitike. Chelsea are still interested in signing this player. In fact, this is the striker that the board wanted to sign, not Liam Delap. Liam Delap is Maresca signing, while Hugo Ekitike is the signing of the board. These are our two club directors, Lawrence Stewart and Paul Weinstein, both of them. They are signing. Their ideal striker is Hugo Ekitike. And Entran Frankfurt, they said that Hugo Ekitike the sign-on fee should be around 82 to 84 million. And currently now, with Liverpool seriously being interested in signing the striker, the sign-on fee now have increased to 100 million. Why would we pay for 100 million for a striker of a Hugo Ekitike caliber? Hugo Ekitike, as for me, is still an unestablished striker. Why will we pay that? Liam Delap, I believe his sign-on fee very, very perfect, and I believe his wages as well will be very low. I don't think he will earn more than 100 100K a week or 110 or 120, which is all right. At least maybe between 100K a week as his wages, which is no problem. And if we sign Hugo Ekitike as well, I believe his wages should be around that figure as well. So that is why some of these clubs they are going for the strikers. But the sign-on fee of Hugo Ekitike for me is what I don't really understand. 80 to 80. Why are Chelsea going for him? To sign him with that amount. Chelsea signing Leon Delap now, it automatically means that Chelsea they might not go for Victor Osimhen anymore or Victor Gyökeres. They are not going to sign those players. The only reason why this board refused to sign Victor Osimhen or Victor Gyökeres is just because of their wages, not their sign-on fee. They are cheap. Their sign-on fee is cheap for the player of those caliber. Their sign-on fees are cheap. The only reason why Chelsea will sign Victor Osimhen now is if he will budge and maybe he will succumb to the Chelsea wage structure, which is a little bit too off. It's too much. It's too much for him to reduce the salary. Because I believe Victor Osimhen, his salary now should be around 300 and something to 400K a week. What Chelsea are expecting him to earn should be, I think, half of that. Like maybe 180, you see, or maybe highest, max 200. But there will be some incentives that will be in his wages, which means if Chelsea hits some certain target or maybe his personal target, if he hits some personal target, yes, maybe his salary might get up to that 400K a week, and which it doesn't make sense. There is no guarantee in that. So I don't have anything much to say. Chelsea, Maresca have gotten a striker. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how it's going to be. And also Nicholas Jackson, I believe they are saying that maybe they still rate Nicholas Jackson and they might keep him at the club. Nicholas Jackson in the last 2 months, I think the only match that he did well was those few matches that he started. Immediately he came back from injury. But apart from that, his spirit was down. And maybe this goal that he scored in the final, you could see how happy he was, because it was as if Nicholas Jackson was maybe he was wanting to leave the club. But now with him, you saw the way he celebrated. Maybe he might be interested in staying at Chelsea. So that's it from me today, guys. If you've not followed me, this is the best moment. Subscribe to this channel. Follow my page. I will see you in my next video.